everyone, what is going on? And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's, whatever you celebrate. Thank you so much for sticking around with me and watching my videos. I certainly do appreciate it. Thank you for an amazing 2019 and to a better 2020. It means so much to me that you guys watch my videos. I know I'm not the best PvP player out there. I'm out of challenger rank at the moment. You know, hopefully I become one. I was last year. I did become it, not last year, but last season. So hopefully I become one again. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate all of you, and it means so much to me. And I can't thank you all enough that you want to hang out with me and watch my videos. So I do appreciate it. But anyway, we're going over battling a subscriber. And we recently hit Ultra Friends, so we decided to battle doing my finalized team. Now, I do have some other videos that I do plan on uploading against this player as well, except not in this video, because this video I'm showing my finalized team, and I used a different team in that video. But let's go ahead and take a look at his team. So he's running the Poliwrath, Venusaur, Altaria, Skuntank, Whiscash, and Charizard. And my team is going to be Alolan Marowak, Bronzong, Whiscash, Altaria, Alolan Sandslash, and Poliwrath. So one thing to keep in mind is this is an early finalized team, so things will and most likely definitely change, and I probably will switch up this team. One thing I did notice is that I'm quite weak to Whiscash, or ground types in general, but Whiscash is going to be everywhere in this cup, I think. So if you look at my Alolan Marowak, my Alolan Sandslash, Bronzong, they're all weak to ground moves like Mud Bomb, which Whiscash gets to super fast, so you do have to watch out for that. So I do want to add a grass type like Venusaur onto the team, so I'd have to think about it, maybe remove, I don't know, I'd have to look at it. I really don't want to remove any of these Pokemon, so I'm not really too sure. We'll have to think about it, but either way, we do go ahead and win the first game, so that was really nice. So we're going to jump into the second game, and I do lead with my Altaria versus his Charizard. And you do have to watch out for Sky Attack. Now, in this battle, he's not running a Fire Spin variant. He's running, I don't know, is that Air Slash or Wing Attack? I cannot tell based on that animation. I think it's Air Slash. I want to say it's Air Slash. But either way, it's not Fire Spin, and I kind of, you know, didn't pick up on that and sometimes throughout this video, because I'm just so used to the Fire Spin variant, I guess. And we also had a lot of lag issues too, but that's okay, we're just playing for fun. So I am going to go ahead and go for my Sky Attack against the opposing Altaria, taking a shield as expected, so he does knock out my Altaria. But I do have the Alolan Sandslash that I could bring in, charge up a little bit. We do resist everything this Altaria wants to throw at us. So Dragon Pulse, I mean, because of how squishy we are, still does a decent amount. I'm switching into my Poliwrath immediately upon his switch up, because I want to save my Sandslash for his Altaria. Now, I've been asked multiple times, I don't have a Heracross, what replacement do I go with in terms of a fighting type? And my answer is Poliwrath. Honestly, I think Poliwrath might even be better than Heracross in this cup. So if you don't have the regional variant Heracross, you might definitely want to look at Poliwrath. Even if you do have it, you might want to look at Poliwrath. I'm loving Poliwrath. I like Mud Shot, Ice Punch, as well as Dynamic Punch in this cup. I know it is, all of its moves are good, right? Even Hydro Pump, you know, even Power Up Punch, even Bubble, right? It has basically all of its moves. I think it has Rock Smash, which isn't good, but everything else is good. But for this cup, I like my moveset. I like getting to those Ice Punches really fast, like getting to Dynamic Punch fast. I just love that moveset on Poliwrath. So we do bring in my Alolan Sandslash and knock out his Whiscash, and we're looking pretty good because we do get an Ice Punch off against his Altaria with shields down that is going to be able to seal the deal. So we do go ahead and win that game. So again, I think this team is pretty solid. Again, as I said, I do have that weakness to Whiscash or ground types, ground attacks in general, so I do want to somehow try and get a grass type onto it. I don't know, do I remove the Alolan Marowak? I really like that Pokemon though. I really like that as my fire type. It does do well against Alolan Sandslash as well as Bronzong, right? Because with that Fire Spin, which I have, I think it's pretty good. As you can see right now, I could not get to that Blizzard against his Altaria. Again, we were having a lot of lag. As you can see, a lot of that weak connection notification is coming on. But again, it's okay. I am going to go ahead and go for my Mud Bomb against his Poliwrath, which is not going to do a lot of damage, but the damage will add up over time. and he will go ahead for his charge move. I'm going to let my Wish Cash go down, although it is Power Up Punch, so Wish Cash will not go down, and we will get another Mud Bomb against his Poliwrath, which will take a shield, which is totally fine. I bring in my Altaria, and he is going to go ahead and go for the charge move. Anticipating the Power Up Punch, and luckily I call that correctly because, you don't really want to take an Ice Punch, but yeah. Anyway, I go ahead and I don't shield this, expecting another Power Up Punch, and I call that one correctly. Again, I didn't think it could have been an Ice Punch at that range. I wasn't really counting, but I didn't think it was an Ice Punch, and luckily it was either a bait and he had the Ice Punch, or maybe he didn't have the Ice Punch at all. I do block this one though because I'm a little bit afraid. I don't want to, I'm in a pretty decent situation. I don't want to lose it. So he brings in his Wish Cash. We do have to watch out for that Blizzard. I am charging up to the Dragon Pulse. I know obviously he's charging up for the Blizzard. No point in going for the Mud Bomb. So I will go for the Dragon Pulse. And I opened my menu. I was trying to switch into my Poliwrath to catch the Blizzard, but I just wasn't able to do so. So I do bring in my Poliwrath right now. It doesn't really matter because we are able to charge up to Dynamic Punch. He gets off a Mud Bomb, but of course you guys know it's not going to knock me out. Poliwrath able to take it, and we do get off a Dynamic Punch. Could have went for the Ice Punch, but we went for Dynamic Punch, and this will knock out that Wish Cash. So the team doing pretty well. As I said, pretty satisfied with it, but if you see a Wish Cash on your opponent's team, I wouldn't recommend the Sandslash, the Bronzong, and the Marowak all on one team. You really don't want to go up, even the Altaria in some situations, because you could get hit with a Blizzard. Yeah, as I said, let me know your finalized team if you have a team in mind that you like personally for this cup. I know obviously it's still very early, that's why I'm naming my early finalized team, so it is an early meta. We are early into the Fusion Cup, so obviously this is going to change. I will do an updated version once I change things around. If I change things around, knowing me, I will, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and shield this one. It is going to be a Dragon Claw. That would have finished me off. I'm going for the Shadow Ball. I could have bluffed with the Bone Clubs and taken the shield because I believe he shields, yeah. But we ended up not doing that. So that was nice on his end to call that correctly and shield both those Shadow Balls. Not wanting to lose the Charizard. So I am going to go ahead and bring in my Poliwrath. Now this is when I realized that, okay, it's not a Fire Spin one. And I knew that prior, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking, okay, Fire Spin, Poliwrath is going to handle it well. And then I get hit with flying attacks, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why that's doing a lot of damage, but that's okay. Anyway, we don't finish him off, so he survives with 1 HP, able to hit me with a Dragon Claw, doing a lot of damage. So yeah, this game is not looking too hot for us. Not looking too hot. Poliwrath is very low. He does bring in his Altaria. At least we get to an Ice Punch, so we got that going for us. But obviously, we don't have Power Up Punch. This Ice Punch is not boosted, so it's not going to be enough to really... I mean, it did a decent amount, but it's not going to do a crazy amount. We do go ahead and shield this Sky Attack up, and I'm just going for Blizzard. I mean, Mud Bump's not going to be enough. Shielded down on his end, so I might as well go for the Blizzard right now, and it will knock out Altaria. Shielded down on my end as well. Then he brings out his Wish Cash, and trudging up to the Blizzard. I do go for the Blizzard. It might have been better to go for back-to-back Mud Bombs, honestly. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I think it would have been. But either way, I go for the Blizzard, and he's going to go for his charge move, which is going to be Mud Bomb. We do take that, trying to get to 1. We're not able to. He gets to 1, which is going to definitely knock out my Wish Cash. So Wish Cash will fall. And then we bring in my Poliwrath, and look at that Poliwrath, just immediately faints. That's hilarious. So we do go ahead and win. That's a very good game, very good game. Even if we did the double Mud Bombs, it wouldn't have mattered. So for the next match, he leads with Charizard again against my Alolan Sandslash. Now, I do get out of there. Honestly, I didn't have to get out of there immediately because he has Air Slash, right? He doesn't have Fire Spin. But again, I switched into my Poliwrath not thinking of Air Slash. I'm thinking of Fire Spin. I gotta get that out of my head. I gotta keep on thinking of more than just Fire Spin, because when I think of Charizard, I just think of Fire Spin. I just do, because that's what I'm just used to fighting with. I'm used to using it, so I do have to learn how to adapt to different moves. For example, this Venusaur has Razor Leaf, and you're used to Vine Whip. Obviously, I knew this was Razor Leaf. It's still a grass move, but he's not going to be getting to his charge moves as fast as Vine Whip. Again, something else I just have to keep in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and go for my Ice Punch against his Charizard that just came in. We have back-to-back, so we're going to go back-to-back. And again, because it is not a Fire Spin variant, we're able to take these attacks. Trying to get to another one before he gets to a Dragon Claw. Any charge move would finish me off at this range. So I do go for the Ice Punch. And it will knock out Charizard. So Alolan Sandslash knocking out Charizard. That's really cool to see. So I immediately switch into my Wish Cache. And luckily for me, it's a Skunk Tank. So we're able to... You guys know what's going to happen. I mean, we have 2 shields. Now, I don't know if he was lagging there or if he was just letting me win because he knew it was over. I decided to just continue to knock out the Skunk Tank because I knew the game was over anyway. I had 2 shields. There was nothing he could have done. So he might have just stopped attacking just to let me finish him off. Sometimes that happens when there's like literally nothing either of us could do. We just give up that way. But either way, I lead with Altaria in the next game. He leads with Charizard. So I'll take this matchup. You just have to watch out for the Dragon Claws. I'm lagging a little bit. Not too much. I think I missed a couple Dragon Breaths here and there, but I don't know. Anyway, he hits me with the Dragon Claw. I'm able to take it. I'm trying to get to that Sky Attack. We do get to it. Expecting the shield 100% because this would probably knock out the... Yeah, it would definitely knock out the Charizard. So he doesn't go for a Dragon Claw, and I let my Altaria go. I was pretty satisfied with what Altaria did, so I decided to let it go. I bring in my Wish Cache, realizing that I don't want to bring in Poliwrath because it has... because this has a flying move, right? Instead of Fire Spin. Finally realizing that, you know. So anyway, we go for the Mud Bomb. And I was not trying to take a shield, but I was like, well, I wasn't sure if that could knock it out. It actually did. I thought it would. I knew it would be close. But it actually, that probably literally just knocked it out. Anyway, he brings in Venusaur. I could have switched, I guess, but I was going for that Blizzard. I was trying to get to it. I could have went for the Mud Bomb too, but we bring in Poliwrath. This is not good for us. So Wish Cache Poliwrath against the Venusaur. Definitely not good for us, especially a Venusaur with Razor Leaf, right? So, yeah, there's nothing we could do. I have 2 shields. I'm just going to let my Poliwrath go. So he absolutely destroyed me that game. So, very good game. I still had 2 shields. Never fun losing when you have 2 shields, right? It happens, though. It happens. So, let's go ahead and jump into another one, shall we? How's your day going? How's your holiday? Let me know in the comments down below. And so we have Poliwrath against Skunk Tank, so I'm going to go ahead and go straight for that Dynamic Punch. Not expecting a shield. Let's go ahead and see if he decides to shield. He does not. That Dynamic Punch does a lot of damage. He gets off a charge move. Now I'm thinking Sludge Bomb. It actually is a Sludge Bomb. We take it, but it still does a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch against his Skunk Tank to knock him out. He opts not to shield, bringing in a Poliwrath of his own. I noticed that he lagged a little bit, so I stopped attacking right there. Let him get like a bubble in, and I'm just going to go ahead and get to that Dynamic Punch. So we do go for the Dynamic Punch, and that will be met with a shield. So nice shield on his end. He will be able to knock me out. I do have the Bronzong. Now, Dynamic Punch would hurt a Bronzong, to be honest with you, but I know he doesn't have Dynamic Punch, he has Power Up Punch. So we're able to take that after the Power Up Punch nerf. Even with the nerf we could take it, but you guys know what I'm saying. So, again, taking more power-up punches. However, the damage is adding up, especially since his attack is rising. You know, those bubbles are rising. So this is not really the greatest for us, but I still don't want to shield a power-up punch, you know. So I'm trying to feint him. We do feint him down, although we're very, very low. Going straight for that Side Shock. I believe do I have back-to-back? Maybe I'm close to a second one. Yeah, I'm close to a second. We do go for that second Side Shock. And this will do a decent amount. I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with that damage. He does feint me down with fast moves, but we have 2 shields left to 1. We have an Altaria, Dragon Breath all the way. We don't even have to worry. I mean, it doesn't matter if these are Mud Bombs or not. I'm just going to shield whatever he has. He actually gets to another one. I assume it's a Mud Bomb. I'm pretty sure it was a Mud Bomb, but there's no reason to risk it, right? Just in case I'm wrong in counting or whatever it happens to be. Might as well just go for the shields and feint him down. So we do go ahead and win that one. So good game. Good game. So for the next one, I do lead with that Poliwrath. It's actually a Poliwrath mirror match. Now, I believe Poliwrath with Dynamic Punch is going to win this, especially with Mud Shot, because Dynamic Punch is going to do a lot of damage. Now, obviously, he can shield if he chooses to, and he is going to go ahead and shield that. I figure there's really no reason to bluff with Ice Punch or whatever. I'm just going to go for the Dynamic Punch. He does go for a Power Punch, boosting Bubble. However, we do resist Bubble, so that's okay. He's going to go ahead and go for a charge move. Going to be that power punch again. So as you can see, damage definitely adding up. But we go straight for the raw damage, the dynamic punch. Not sure if we're going to catch a shield. We actually do. So we catch 2 shields. So he's actually looking to win this matchup. But we got both of his shields. So I will definitely take that. So another power punch. You don't want to shield that. We're trying to get to one. We actually get to a dynamic punch. This one cannot be shielded. It's not going to be enough to take him out. But look how much damage that did. So he knocks us out. But we took both of his shields. So I'm actually really happy with that outcome. Although I know that, I know his Poliwrath is boosted, you know, it's doing quite a bit of damage, so he's doing that power punch, boosting his attack again. Look how much those bubbles are doing, so I'm just going to go straight for that Mud Bomb. I don't want to take any more of that boosted bubble. I don't want to take a charge move, power punch, I don't want to take anything. He brings in Charizard, and I'm just like, okay, he's out of shields, I'm going to go straight for that Blizzard and knock out Charizard. I do go ahead and shield this. That's a Dragon Claw. We could have taken that, but it wasn't worth it. I didn't want to chance it. I just figured I'll shield and go straight for that Blizzard. Blizzard is neutral to Charizard. It actually doesn't knock it out. I thought that was going to knock it out at that range, but it doesn't. But that's okay. He's going to go ahead and he will be able to knock out my Wish Cache. But we have an Altaria behind a shield, which is a really good situation for us, especially since he has an opposing Altaria. So all we have to do is just shield this attack. It's going to be a sky attack. We could just farm up to that Dragon Pulse and we could fire it off. This is going to be able to knock out his Altaria, and we're going to be able to win that. So very good game, right? That was a lot of fun. Altaria is definitely going to be a Pokemon you see in every cup. It has counters, Alolan Sandslash, Bronzong, but it's still going to be a Pokemon you see in every cup. Another reason I like Poliwrath is because of the Ice Punch, as I said, could hit that Altaria. So Altaria with Sky Attack you would think would be better, but with the Ice Punch, gets to it super fast with Mud Shot. But for the next round, Charizard versus my Wish Cache, Blast Burn, doing a lot of damage, doing a whole lot of damage. I'm actually going to go ahead and bluff this, hoping to catch a shield. He does shield, so that was good for us. And now I go for the Blizzard. I was actually thinking of double baiting, but I decided to go straight for the Blizzard. He does not shield, so luckily I did not double bait that, and we actually feint him down and take a shield. So fantastic position for us. He's going to come in with Wish Cache and feint us down. Altaria's got to come in because I have the Bronzong in the back, and I don't want to be hit with a Mud Bomb. Now, I am super scared. I do not want to take a Blizzard. It is a Blizzard, so luckily for us, we do go ahead and shield that. And now you can see I just lag. I can't do anything. I'm clicking on Sky Attack. He gets to another charge move. I let it go through. I had that Sky Attack. I couldn't do anything. It's going to be a Blizzard and knocks me out. So, he just got, so it was looking good for us, but he's just able to continue to attack us because we can't do anything. We couldn't do anything, right? So that's okay, though. That's okay. It's not a big deal, Anyway, we go for the Psy Shock against his Wish Cache, and that Wish Cache will shield, and now he's going to go for a charge attack. I decide to shield it. I decide to shield this Mud Bomb, and then do we try and feint him down? We do not. So he gets off a Mud Bomb against my Bronzong. We probably would have won this one if we didn't lag like that and we were able to continue to attack, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just practice. So either way, good game. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I do lead with my Sandslash, and he leads with his Altaria, so perfect for me. We resist all of his moves, and we're double super effective. He brings in Wish Cache. I switch into my Poliwrath. Definitely slow on the switch, but it is what it is. Let's see. He's going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. That's fine. We could take Mud Bombs. We could take Blizzards, even though I knew he wouldn't go for a Blizzard. We're going to go ahead and go for the Dynamic Punch. I'll take that damage. This is going to be another Mud Shot. So the damage definitely adding up. As you can see, another one will knock us out. I think I shield this because I want to get to another Dynamic Punch. I do shield it. I might go for... Let's see. Do I go for an Ice Punch? I do go for the Ice Punch. Okay, so I do go for the Ice Punch. And let's see. Will this knock him out? It will not. I thought that would have knocked it out. So you know what? I should have went for the Dynamic Punch. I thought that Ice Punch was going to knock it out. That's why I went for it. So ultimately, I ended up wasting a shield, but that's okay. It happens. We're going to go ahead and bring in Wish Cache, and we're going to try and farm him down as we successfully do so. not the greatest position. He's up a shield, he has switch advantage, he brings in his Poliwrath. I charge up to Blizzard and I go straight for that Mud Bomb, maybe trying to get back-to-back Mud Bombs. So we do go for one, we go for another. So at least the damage definitely adding up. Wishcash is super spammy. He's going to be in every... Maybe he won't be in everyone's team, but he's going to be so strong in this cup. You could see, I mean, I have 3 Pokemon that are outright weak to him, plus Altaria if you want to consider that with the Blizzard, right? So, Wishcash is just going to be, he's good for Timeless. I think he's better for Fusion, to be honest with you. As good as he is for Timeless, I think he's better than for Fusion. So, anyway, we're going to be hit with an attack. I do allow it to go through. It is going to be a power-up punch. So his attack is just continuing to increase. I bring in my Sand Slash, and I do not want to take any attacks from this Poliwrath. So I go for the Ice Punch. He will opt to shield it. I'm going to have to shield this. Power-up punch boosted several times. It's going to do a lot of damage to me. So I do go ahead and shield that. And I go for my Ice Punch. I was gonna try and feint him down, but I was afraid he would get to another power punch and knock me out. He does bring in Altaria. We do get to the Ice Punch. This is not going to be enough to knock out Altaria, though. So we do a lot of damage, and we're trying to feint him down. We actually do. He might have been at a Sky Attack. We actually feint him down. I thought he was going to win that one, but we do go ahead and pull it on through. So very good game. Very good game. Let's jump into another one. Why not? So I lead with Bronzong. He leads with Charizard. Absolutely terrible for me. However, you have to keep in mind he does not have Fire Spin. I still switch out, though, into my Poliwrath. Another mistake. It's only a mistake because he has, like, I think it's Air Slash. I've mentioned it before. I'm so used to Fire Spin. That's what I'm assuming all Charizards have when I battle them. I have to get better at that. So, anyway, his Venusaur is going to be able to take me out. Totally fine. I have Sandslash and Bronzong in the back. I bring in my Bronzong. I figure I'll farm him down. He's doing a decent amount with Razor Leaf. Actually, a really good amount. But we're able to, farm him down. Going for the Psyshock against the Charizard. Charizard will shield that. That's fine. I switch into my Sandslash because, okay, you know what? Now I could bring in Sandslash because I don't have to worry about Blast Burn. I decide to risk it, and it is a Dragon Claw. He brings in his Skunk Tank, and I go for the Ice Punch. Could have went for the Bulldoze. Going for the Ice Punch to try and bait the shield. It doesn't catch the shield, so nice. No shield on his end. I go for another Ice Punch. Ice Punch charges up fast, and it does a lot of damage. He will shield that time, so that was a good shield. That was a good shield for us, I should say. At least we took it. He's going to go ahead and go for a Crunch. I was afraid of Flamethrower, to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and charge up to an Ice Punch. So I do go for the Ice Punch immediately. And that won't knock it out, actually, and he gets off a charge move. So I think I do let it go through, and it's just going to be a Crunch, although it still does a lot of damage to us. And then he brings in Charizard. I switch out immediately because I knew I didn't have to worry about Fire Spin. The only fire attack I have to worry about is Blast Burn, and this is going to be a Dragon Claw. So we do get to the Psyshock, and we're able to go for the Psyshock. We're actually able to win with Bronzong, which is amazing against the Charizard, able to win with Bronzong. And that makes sense, right? Because he doesn't have Fire Spin on it, so he can't really do a lot to us outside of going for Blast Burn. So, I definitely made mistakes in the past in this video, thinking, okay, Fire Spin. It was just drilled into my mind, Fire Spin Charizard, right? But I got to get used to Air Slash and Wing Attack Charizards, too, because they're definitely good, especially with Overheat now. If you have, like, a Wing Attack Overheat one, which I do, that's definitely competitive now. So, anyway, it's a Poliwrath mirror match, so I'm going to go ahead and go for my Dynamic Punch. He will not shield that, so that's fine. A little bit of lag, not a big deal. He is going to go ahead and go for a charge move. It is going to probably be a power punch. Yes, it is. So we're able to take it. And I go for the bluff. I go for the Ice Punch, hoping to catch a shield, because the Dynamic Punch will knock him out. He does not shield that. So I don't know if he was predicting the Ice Punch, or he was willing to let his Poliwrath go down. One or the other, right? I don't know. But either way, I go for another Ice Punch. At this range, it's definitely going to knock him out. So he does not shield, so I guess he was willing to allow Poliwrath to go down. So Dynamic Punch earlier, I guess, was the play. But, I tried to bluff the shield. It's okay. He brings in his Wishcash. I wasn't sure if I could make it to Dynamic Punch, so I go for the Ice Punch. and that will pick up a shield, so either way it doesn't matter to me. Probably could have gotten to the dynamic punch, but it doesn't matter because he's shielded anyway. I am going to go ahead and bring in my Altaria. I do have to be careful for that Blizzard, of course. I do shield this one. It is going to be a Mud Bomb, so that was a nice bluff on his end. I was just too afraid. I did not want to take a Blizzard, guys. I did not want to take a Blizzard. So we do go for that Sky Attack. It's okay. I mean, the damage is okay. I actually shield again, and it's going to be a Mud Bomb. So he definitely got me there. So nice play to catch both of my shields. Now watch as this is a Blizzard. I don't even remember. I think it is. Yeah, there we go. There's a Blizzard. So he baited me twice. He won that. He won that. He totally outplayed me that game. Or this game, I should say. So very well played. Very well played. He's going to go ahead and hit me with a Mud Bomb, doing loads of damage. I was trying to farm Wish Cash down because I didn't see another way I could win. But anyway, he does go for the Mud Bomb and knocks me out. So he does go ahead and take that one. And that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.